A few days ago, I gave a keynote speech at a conference, and the audience was mostly men, mostly older than me, and in a really different industry than anything I've ever been in. They all worked in supply chain management. So a couple people came up to me afterwards. Lots of people were telling me about how they were going to use the change strategies we talked about in their work. But this one guy caught me at lunch, and he started telling me about how he really wanted to apply some of these ideas about change to his home life. He starts telling me this story of how over 40 years ago, when he and his wife decided to start a family, he started working long hours, working weekends, making a lot of money because his wife wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And so they decided that he was going to make all the money and she was going to stay home and raise the kids. Real, typical, especially back then. And 40 plus years later, he's still working nights. He's still working weekends. His kids are long gone out of the house. They have families of their own. And he is still in this routine that he started. And he realized a few months ago that his wife's dropping these subtle hints that, gosh, she sure would like to see him more. She'd like things to change. And he realized that he has built some of his identity around the way that he works. And he's having trouble letting go of that. We started talking for several minutes, and we both had this realization that he was so afraid of change, and he really should have been more afraid of staying stagnant. Because what success looked like 40 years ago is not what success should look like in his life today. It's a different world. He has a different life. His wife is different. She wants different things out of their marriage than she did 40 years ago, and he should too. The good news is it's not too late for him to change. It's not too late for anybody to change. I realize I've been in that situation too. I've had times in my life where, I stay in a job because it's comfortable and I'm good at it and it has some perks. And believe me, there are reasons. You don't always have to be climbing the ladder if that doesn't work for you. But if you're staying in one place, be aware that that's your choice and not your fear that's speaking. Because we say things like, the devil you know beats the devil you don't. But that's not always true. Because sometimes if you stay in one place for too long, your life isn't there anymore. Life moves on without you. So sometimes it's actually scarier to stay stagnant than it is to change. And this guy was a great reminder of that.